Hey guys, Mika here with Great Business Build, and today I want to talk about a really important topic. Basically, why do companies hire freelancers? So, why do companies hire freelancers? There are a couple of reasons for that, and we will get right into those reasons. But first, I would like to talk about why it's important to know why you're actually getting hired. If you have a really good understanding of why companies actually hire you or people like you, you will have a much better chance of landing new projects, and your communication and the overall quality of their experience with you while working with you will be much better because you actually understand why you're there, why you're working on the project, and you will also know how to communicate much better when, when dealing with all the stuff that comes with a freelance project, like corrections and proposals and all of that stuff. So it's really important to know why you're actually getting hired, and it might seem obvious, but I see a lot of people who actually don't understand this well enough, and that's why I'm making this video. So, as a freelancer, companies hire you for a couple of reasons. The first one and the big one is risk. So why risk? Let me explain that a bit. A company is launching a new product or service or a new campaign or something like that, and they actually need some creative work done just for that project. And they don't actually have some person or some team in-house that can do that for them. So they have two options. They can hire a freelancer like you, or they can employ somebody, basically get somebody to work inside of their company for a period of time, and actually hope that that person will deliver the work. But the problem is that it's a big risk and a commitment for a company to actually hire somebody to work in-house with them, because they have to deal with all the social security and all the bureaucratic stuff that comes with hiring a new employee, and they also have to be pretty sure that that person will be able to deliver the project for them. So they're taking a big risk, because maybe later down the road, once they've paid him a couple of months of salary or her, they will find out that that person actually isn't the right person for the job. And that's why it's a big risk for them. And that's one of the reasons why companies consider hiring freelancers, just basically because it's less risk for them, and they have a lot of options. And they have a lot of options because when they see a freelancer, they consider hiring them. They see that they see all the past work that they've done, and they can compare that with their vision of what they had in mind for the new project. So if you've done work that's in sync with that, you basically have a really good chance of getting hired. Also, with a freelancer, they can just ask the freelancer to create the work and also they don't have any obligations except paying for your work. So that's really big, and I see a lot of companies doing that because it's just much less risk for them and much more convenient. That's the first reason. The second reason is that companies hire freelancers because of course, they need some work done, and maybe they've contacted an advertising agency. Because it's still in a bit more conservative thinking or business style of thinking. When you need a campaign done or you're launching a new product, you basically go to a successful advertising agency that has all those skills in-house, and they give them an offer on how much it would cost to launch their product. But advertising agencies, as we all know, I've worked in a couple of them in the past, have really big markups and are pretty expensive, a bit too expensive for most of the companies that just need a project done for a period in a short period of time, or maybe in a couple of months or something. And that's where you come in, because you're basically cheaper than than a full-scale advertising agency, but you still can deliver that kind of work. That doesn't mean that you work for low prices, because the advertising agency also has costs. If they're working on some designs or some creative work for their clients, they actually have their whole team in there, and they have to pay for their salaries and for all the materials and templates and photographs or stuff like that. And they can't afford to work at lower prices. So if you work for a price that's half lower than that one, if you quote a company half a price of what the advertising agency quoted them, or quoted them, I don't know, a quarter of a price, you're still making a big amount of money for a project. That's why I think that's a really good way to go. And personally, I got a lot of projects because I was a one-man band. I could deliver the same quality of work, but I was actually much more affordable than a full-scale advertising agency. And that's the second reason, which I think is also a really big opportunity for us. So when you're getting to know your new clients, and you're discussing maybe working with them or something like that, it's really important to know these principles. And you can also say, if you quote them something and they say, well, but this is a bit too much, or this is too expensive for us, you can say something like, hey guys, I know it might seem expensive to you, but you will get a really high quality work, and basically advertising agencies in your area charge, I don't know, you can do some research, but it will probably be a much bigger amount than what your offer is. So these are basically the principles why companies hire freelancers. There is also another option, and that's more with tech companies and new startups, and companies that basically have a business model based on outsourcing. So there's actually a couple of people in that company who are launching products that they don't really have skills to create. And basically every product needs creative work, whether that's a mobile app, or that's a new physical product that will basically be shipped, like sold online, or maybe sold in the store. All of those products, whether digital or physical, they actually need good design and a good overall image and photos and animations and all of that stuff to actually get sold. So if you find a company that's based on that, their business model is like that, they work with outsourcers, you also have a very good chance of getting hired. And it's one of the best things, because they actually need ongoing work. So if you work on a project-to-project basis, or there's another option to create a proposal and define the amount of work that will be done every month, and you work on a month-to-month basis with them, that's really good. I think it's a much better alternative to having a job, because you're actually a freelancer and you're getting some steady income, so you can basically plan your business expenses and all of that stuff. So these were actually my couple of reasons why people hire freelancers, and why companies actually hire freelancers. It's really important to understand these, because you will become a much better freelancer, and your business communication will be much more on a much higher level than if you just try to work, if you're just desperate for work. So I think understanding these principles is really important. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked the video, liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them, or maybe create a video on the topic. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.